Welcome to Cream Talks. I'm your host, Snooka Jab. Cream Talks is short talks about creamy subjects. I'm also AKA the Seat Swap Sniper King of Warzone. And today's creamy topic is about AI and how we as small creators, me being very small, can use some of the AI tools to our advantage. I've touched on this a little bit, some other talks, but I just kind of wanted to focus on it today. So I realized I've been trying some new AIs today, just messing around, experimenting, and I realized, man, I've been using them a lot more than I ever expected. They're great tools for us, and I'm watching a lot of other people's content. I'm realizing that some of my peers, some of my people that channels like similar size to me, the people that are trying to grow, aren't using them. So let's talk about it. So AI doesn't make it's not really where my creativity comes from, but it definitely makes me faster, more efficient. And if you're a small creator, speed is leverage, and trying to automate things that normally take a lot of time is real important, especially when you don't have anyone helping you doing it for you. And I'm probably going to focus on two main AIs because that I have most experience with. The first, and for another reason too, I'm going to focus on ChatGPT and Sora 2, I guess it's called now. And the real reason those get used the most is because they have the best free access. If you don't have it, you should have it. But ChatGPT is free to use for a certain amount of time every day, or a certain amount of engagement every day, and it's a good amount. It runs out pretty quick once you start asking it a lot of questions, asking it to do a lot of tasks, but it resets the timer usually about 5 or 6 hours ahead of time to where you can access those tools again. You can of course pay for it and get unlimited access and extra features and priority processing and all the stuff they sell, but they give a pretty good free offering. And same thing with Sora. Sora gives you a lot of video generations every day right now. Now this stuff is fluid. If you watch this Cream Talk down the road, it could be different. They could close it down. For example, I've used Grok AI, and when it came out, it was like almost free, completely free to use. But they were just getting started. And I tried to get on there today, and I asked it one thing, and it just told me, "I'm sorry, we're busy. You have to try again later, or upgrade to our paid program." So currently, right now, ChatGPT and Sora are going to be your best friends as far as free tools available. So let's talk about what AI actually helps with, and then we'll get into what it doesn't help with. AI is great for when maybe you're just cooked with ideas. You can just ask it, what's trending right now, what's getting a lot of engagement, and sometimes it'll throw stuff out there. It doesn't have a fully baked idea, but it's a good brainstorming tool. It can give you structure when your thoughts are messy. So if you have an idea for a video and you're trying to write a description, you can kind of just blurt it out, and it will really structure that into a proper title or description for your video, your content, or whatever it is. And then speed, when you're trying to be a streamer, you're trying to make clips, you're trying to upload videos. I did a whole video about that. It's a lot of work. So it gives you that speed. So what it can't do, what it can't replace right now is your gameplay. You got to get in there and you got to get the clips yourself. You got to come up with the baseline of the content on your own. If you ask it to think of an idea, it's like I said, it's going to come up with some half-baked idea. Creativity really needs to come from you. It doesn't replace your personality. That's a place where, as a content creator, I'm lacking a little bit. I've tried to get better a little bit at it every day, 0.01% better at showing, personality. But I'm sort of an introvert anyway, IRL, and I tend to, like the Jesus said, half short, twice strong. I tend to speak less and try to make my words count for more. So AI cannot help me with that. I mean, it could give me ideas. I could ask it to give me ideas, but it's going to probably tell me to do stuff that's not really natural to me anyway. So It's not going to replace that. It doesn't replace your taste. It doesn't have. We all have our own judgment of what's funny, what's good. Not that you can't have it tell you jokes and stuff, but it doesn't replace that taste. To produce some quality content that it will resonate with them. Real human beings, that is. AI can write you a script, but it cannot hit a tomahawk seat swap out of a helicopter. Okay, you're on your own to do that. So how I use AI, I've talked about this before, but I think it's worth going into again. I use ChatGPT for my titles and descriptions on almost all my videos. Even if I have a title in mind, I'll run it through there and be like, hey, what do you think? It'll give me 5 alternative titles that I can look at and, choose the best one and copy and paste it. I don't have to type anything. The descriptions are huge. The descriptions took time and prompting to get them kind of the way I wanted. But, what I did in the beginning was I asked ChatGPT, hey, I'm looking for search engine optimized titles and descriptions for YouTube to get X type of engagement, whether it's Warzone players. I'm trying to attract people that are watching short clips, people that are engaging, with certain kinds of content. And what the key thing that it does is it writes a description and it has those keywords in there, which, YouTube doesn't really, apparently they don't care about your hashtags anymore and stuff like that. But the keywords, that's what they use for optimizing their search engines and everything like that. Hello, V. Thank you for saying hi. Appreciate it. That's real important. And I think that's been a huge help getting your videos watched. You could type your own description, but I recommend plugging that into GPT. Hey, please optimize this description for engagement on YouTube. And then you can have it add your, if you have certain links in your description you want in there, you want to advertise other videos, whatever it is, you can ask it to put it in there and ask it to put it in there going forward so that every description it pumps out afterwards for more videos will be in those featured descriptions. Again, huge time saver. I had to start having recommended pinned comments for me. So when I post a video, you get the pinned comments you want on there. It'll come up with a few different pinned comments for me to choose from. Again, I don't have to write it. I can copy and paste it right into the stream. Bam, I'm done. I'm ready to go live. And the comment's already in there. You know what I'm saying? What up, Hex? Thanks for dropping that like. Appreciate it. It'll write polls for you. YouTube polls are another way to get your people to engage. If they just click that like button or the yes or no on your poll, they're more likely to stay and watch for a few more seconds, so maybe you can grab their attention and retain them, and maybe they'll drop that subscription, all that stuff. The little things that you might start hitting live and you might forget to do that stuff. ChatGPT is huge. It'll remind you to do it, first of all, and you can just copy and paste in there, and if you don't like it, you can maybe it'll give you ideas for your own. Huge time saver. It'll give you talking points. For example, this cream talk, I gave it my subject. It gave me talking points. And, I went through them. I kind of crossed out some that I like and kind of keep me on track for doing a live stream like this. I might start rambling too much, but it gives you talking points. And it gives you talking points for a stream. If you're like, hey, I want to have this title for this stream and I'm aiming to do this in the stream, you can have those talking points up. It'll keep you on track. Again, you don't have to write them. Huge time saver. I'm not a great writer anyway. So, use it, man. Use that ChatGPT. It's free quite a bit during the day. Usually I can get at least 5 to 10 different kinds of tasks to have it do for me before it tells me, hey, you got to pay for this program. Then I got to wait 5 or 6 hours. But I've never purchased it. All this stuff I'm getting for free right now. So, hey, use it or lose it. I don't ask ChatGPT to make content for me. I use it to kind of sharpen what I already have. Fine-tune what I already have, tune what I already have, and it does a good job. I think I need to give it more prompts because I think my growth has been kind of stagnant a little bit. So it's always something you got to work at, and it doesn't hurt to look at other people's, people that have videos with high views that you aspire to. Look at what's in their description and see if they got certain keywords or certain engagement in there. And nobody really, people don't read these descriptions. Okay, don't get me wrong. They don't really look at them usually. They might look at them if they're looking for a link or something. But the key, again, is that algorithm, getting those keywords, those search engine optimized parts of the description in there so that your video might get shown to other people that have, might have an interest in your content. So ChatGPT, man, use it. Let's talk about Sora. Sora is the fun one. If you guys look at my shorts, you'll see I've been having a lot of fun with Sora, man. And I've been having even more fun with it lately because they added the Cameo feature to the. I'm an Android user, not iPhone. They've had Cameo since it launched on iPhone. If you don't know, Cameo is if you're willing to let it take your picture and get your likeness, you can put yourself in these AI videos. And I mean, it's been awesome. I got a bunch I haven't released yet because I'm like way ahead in the queue, but I'm gonna start dropping some just AI only videos of your boy doing wild ass stuff. You know what I mean? Like wild stuff. The Sora, a lot of them suck. And the trick with Sora is the first video make's gonna suck. Okay, you got to kind of get used to how to use it, how to prompt it. ChatGPT helps quite a bit with it, but I found that it's not perfect. I'll tell ChatGPT exactly what I want in the Sora. It'll give me the prompt. I'll paste it. It'll just be broken and off. Sora is good at some things, better at others, and terrible at certain types of visuals, certain types of camera movements, certain types of camera switching. When there's multiple people in the video, it makes it a lot more complex. But man, it's free, and you don't have to cameo yourself if you don't worry about privacy and all that. I get it. But you can make parody clips. You can make cinematic intros. You can make concept visuals that you can't film yourself. You would need a studio for. You would need to be a professional, and it's high quality. And man, you put those videos in your shorts. What I like to do, people see the Sora thing, and I don't really like to drop the full Soras because everyone knows it's AI. But you put it as a little clip inside of your content you already have. Now you're cooking. Now you got extra engagement from people. Might not give a F about your sniper clip out of a helicopter, but they're laughing at the Sora, and they think it's funny, and then they might drop a sub for that. You know what I'm saying? So you don't have to do it. I don't think you should use it for every clip, but it's a lot of fun, dude. It's a lot of Sora is a lot of fun. It's awesome. So yeah, Sora lets me show ideas that would normally you need a studio to make happen. So that's really it. So my simple AI workflow, just, to kind of give an overview, is you make the play, make the clip, make the idea first. The AI helps package it. You tweak it then until it's really you, and it's what you want, and it's your content. And that keeps it from people knowing, it's all AI generated. It's not fake. It's still you. It's still real. And then the last thing I want to say is just post it, man. Don't overthink it. That one problem I had in the beginning was just putting all this time and effort into a video, especially when I did long form videos and I was starting out. I would do all this editing and sit there, scrutinize the video for hours, make sure everything was perfect. Finally, I felt good about it. Post that thing, and nobody watched it. Nobody watched it, dude. I post a stupid clip of me running over someone in a Big Bertha, just a throwaway clip. Gets 5,000 views out of nowhere, And that kind of sums up content creation, the internet, and posting. So these AI tools will help you just crank out more content, post it, and then you never know what people are going to watch. You never know what's going to resonate. You never know which one's going to be, I posted a bunch of them I thought were fire. I thought, wow, this is going to go viral for sure. This is going to get me 50 subs at least. And, hardly anyone sees it. So a lot of this stuff's out of your control. So use the tools to help you get more out. And just once it's a certain level, you don't perfect it. You don't have to perfect it. Just post that thing and see what happens. And then do it again tomorrow and the next day, and try to just get 0.01% better at your content every single day. AI is a tool. It's not a shortcut. Use the tools and keep your soul. I'm Snooker Jab, host of Cream Talks, short talks about creamy subjects, aka the Seat Swap Sniper King of Warzone. If you like this, please like and subscribe. I drop fire shorts, Warzone fire shorts on YouTube and TikTok and Instagram Reels on the daily. We live stream. I don't have a regular live stream schedule, but every clip you see happened live on stream on your boy Snooker Jab. Thanks for watching. Y'all have a good day. GG's.